differences and superficial barriers, and it's white and black and brown and yellow and north side and south side and young and old. We had people 80 plus years old who got arrested. We had people on wheelchairs who got arrested. We had young people, students at Morehouse who got arrested. They're going to mess around and give us a movement. That's what they're going to do. Acting stupid and crazy, they're going to give us a movement. I'm happy to bring to the mic now a powerful sister who has been in this battle for quite some time, Sister Lorraine Fontana.
Hello, my name is Lorraine Fontana. I'm retired, but the last 14 years, I was a paralegal for two national civil rights organizations, the EEOC and Lambda Legal. I am a 66-year-old lesbian woman, white lesbian woman. Why would I be interested in doing what I've been doing? Well, there's a connection, obviously, between all the struggles and the human rights and civil rights issues of all peoples. I wanted to do civil disobedience, both the second wave and the last one. The second wave was about stand your ground, trying to repeal Georgia's stand your ground law and to stop that guns everywhere bill. People say, well, why did you do that? Well, I have three names to tell you why, of the many, many. Trayvon Martin, Jordan Davis, Renisha McBride. If you hear the story of any one of those, how can you not take action against the kind of law that allowed those things to happen? Medicaid. It's immoral, as brothers and sisters have already said, for this state to refuse federal monies under the Affordable Care Act to help hundreds and thousands of people in this state who do not have good medical care, who have to go to emergency rooms when they need to see a doctor or do something. That is immoral. Moral Monday that name is there because the kind of actions that have been taken, state legislators in the South, are immoral. So I stand with everybody here. One of the legislators after the Stand Your Ground action, we heard called us liberal lunatics. So I want to say that I'm a persistent progressive, and that's how I choose to be seen, and I am very glad to be here with all my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Believe me, some of us have been called worse down through the years. That's a step up. Yeah, that fit John the Baptist and a few other folk we might know. Harriet Tubman, how y'all going on? We have one more speaker, and then we're going to entertain any questions that members of the press might have. There's never been a successful social movement anywhere in the world without the active engagement of young people. And particularly when you get young people of faith, that's even more powerful. So we're going to have now the Reverend George Johnson.
Good morning to you all. I bring you greetings from the Big Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church, which is right down the street, where I serve as one of the ministers here. And I want to thank God for each and every one of you and the opportunity to having to go to jail on the other day. I was praying and asked God, I said, should I go to jail? He told me, yes, it is time for you to stand up. Because I stand before you all, not just as a supporter, but because I've actually gone through this. I have been the one who has gone to the hospitals to help in my foot because I have had to become an amputee over these last few years. Over the last 3 years, I've lost my big toe and my heel bone on my right foot. And I was also told by my doctor, he looked at my foot and he told me, his last name was Raphael. And Raphael means the Lord that heals, the God that heals. And so he looked at me at my foot and he said, I don't know what we're going to do about this foot. We're going to have to take your leg. I said, no, that's all right, bro. I'm going to go pray. You do what else you do with other people, but I'm going to go pray. And I stood on one verse of scripture, and the verse of scripture says that how blessed are the feet of them that preach the gospel and bring good tidings. And so I said, Lord, if you want me to preach, I got to keep my feet. I might not have all my toes, but I have to keep my feet. And so I went through periods of not having, I still don't have but 9 toes, and that's all right. And I call myself the nine-toed Negro, but that's all right. I have to bear witness to the testimony that I've gone to several hospitals and had no money. I am the poor. I have been unemployed for 3 years. The last 3 years of my life, I've had no job. I've made no income. The only income we had in our house was my wife, who was a part-time pastor. Not full-time, not making a full-time salary, but we lived on a part-time salary, which does not even support one person, let alone two. And I'm here to let you know that as we had to go through these several trials, I've been on and off of dialysis twice. The second time, the nurses and the doctor told me, say, look, you're never going to come off of dialysis. I said, that's all right. I prayed. I said, God, I need to be in ministry and be able to do my ministry. I can't do ministry on this chair. So I was taken off of dialysis for a second time after having pneumonia, 2 bouts of pneumonia, going to take me out of here. My wife can recall all of the things that happened better than I can because I was doped up with morphine and Dilaudid and several other drugs most of the time of these last 3 years. But I'm here to let you know that we have to have this fight so that people can get Medicaid. People need help. I'm here to let you know that we barely got in under Obamacare, barely. But there are many others who will not make it. There are many others who were not able to get in with Obamacare, with the Affordable Care. There are many others that will not be able to get Medicaid because of this large gap. And if you fall underneath that gap, you're not going to get any help from anybody. And I had to go into, and thank God for my doctors who were great podiatrists. They operated 6 times on my feet and did not charge me a dime. But it was only because of the grace of God. I knew it was because God sent me to them, and there was no other way. And I'm here to let you know today that evil is not black, and evil is not white. Evil is the one who will not do right. Thank you.